This week on Buck Command.
No doubt I'm gonna have malaria before we get back in the truck.
So Ryan Busbus called me and said, Willie, I got a great hunt in the low country in South Carolina. Langy's hunting the season opener in Texas.
I got 3 words for you. Potential. Is that one word?
We had these 2 bucks that were really at the top of the hit list this year.
You gotta be
Grass smells good. I think I could eat this.
I love early season hunting. It doesn't matter that it's hot because it's pretty much hot in Louisiana all year long. So whether it's November, August, September, shoot, I'd hunt every day of the year if I had the chance.
My first bow hunt here in Louisiana. As you can see, it's hot.
A lot of times you walk to your stand, you get in your stand, you're drenched with sweat.
So we're in Kentucky. It's 176 degrees. Before we got to the stand, it looked like we've been in a swimming pool. Sweat. I'm sure we stink. Black tears. Ground blinds. In September.
Man, early season hunting's tough. It's freaking hot, and you could start a fire with my thighs.
I've hunted early season now for a few years, and to be honest with you, the only thing I got to show for it, a case of swamp butt. I got it.
Early season's not for everybody. I mean, look, you got to sit out there and ride it out. And in my case, just shoot the first thing you see. Here's the deal. I'm looking for any excuse I can to get out of this ground blind. And you know what the perfect excuse is? Shoot a deer. That was a long stinking sit. That was the most uncomfortable chair ever. My back's killing me. We ain't seen crap.
The only reason Willie hunts early season is because he's got Big Bill Busbus on speed dial.
And I looked up, and that sucker was 8 yards.
From the ground line?
From the ground, came behind us. And I said, I guess it's on. Hey, send the Busbuses a Christmas card every now and again. Maybe you'll get the early invite. It pays well to have good neighbors, and they're good neighbors. So Ryan Busbus called me and said, Willie, I got a great hunt in the low country in South Carolina, early season. I'm like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah, we're out with the Busbus boys and Hal Schaefer.
Ryan was bringing along Hal Schaefer, and Hal and I have been friends a long time, but we've never hunted together. And so I thought, what a great chance to actually show Hal how to really grow a big beard without a number 2 guard on it. And
Hey, how about wishing me some luck, okay?
he's got a fancy little beard. I like it.
So we got Grant out. He's a new hunter. I'm a rookie intern.
No doubt I'm gonna have malaria before we get back in the truck.
So usually when you think of hunting early season, you think of having to take your bow out there, but this was an opportunity to take a rifle early season. I mean, when you're still wearing short sleeves and sweating all day, and so a little bit of a unique opportunity, but a fun one no less, and so we were excited to get out there and let the old dog bark once or twice. And if you're Willie, maybe 3 times.
So while we're all off in the low country of South Carolina, Langy's hunting the season opener in Texas.
We got a place that we love to hunt in Franklin, Texas. We've been going out there for a couple of years now. There's a lot of deer out there and there's almost zero pressure.
I got 3 words for you: potential. Is that one word?
Well, the deer over in this part of Texas are not like a lot of the other places. The bodies are smaller. It's almost like you're hunting a coos deer.
You can tell though, look at the trails. They've been going down the water right here.
I've gotten to do very little early season hunting. My baseball schedule has always presented a conflict. But this year, I'm gonna get a chance to get out there for the opening weekend.
Been out here about an hour. Got about 12, 15 deer piling up out here. We're probably about 20, 30 minutes from the zone. So hopefully we'll get some bigger bucks coming piling in here in a minute.
Easy peasy. Yeah, that's your deer.
As quickly as ye speak, we just heard a shot. And all our deer ran off.
Since I knew Willie and I were the only ones hunting within earshot of each other, when I heard that rifle crack, there was no doubt it was him.
I know I'm looking for a deer, but I'm looking for snakes.
He's spraying.
We got down and found blood immediately. I felt great about the shot right behind the shoulder. If anything, maybe a hair low.
We lost all of our deer in our field. Definitely in the middle of the magic hour. And the sand is running out of the glass fast.
Surprisingly, after Willie shot, some more deer started coming out shortly thereafter, and actually almost all bucks, and some really good ones in there. But we picked out one that was really good, mature 8-point.
Solid 8-point, real wide rack, still in velvet. If you can get him in here and give us a good shot, we might try to take him. Good shot, Grant. Wait for him. Yeah, he's down. Yes, baby.
So many special things about this hunt, man. First of all, getting to hunt in South Carolina, a state I'd never even been to before. I tell you, the coolest thing about it was being in velvet, and haven't seen a lot of velvet deer while hunting in my life, and so to be able to take a velvet buck early season on the first night in South Carolina, man, was one of the best deer hunting experiences I've had.
This was a deer they sent us out here and said he's out there. Good, old, mature 8-point. And sure enough, we weren't sure if we were gonna see him. Came out a group of them late, and there he was, and there he is.
Son.
It's either him or another deer that just passed away.
Hey, ode to another deer hitting the dust.
Good night, son.
God,
Dang it, boy. Oh, what a stud.
nice, Bryan.
Congratulations, brother. So Grant got this awesome buck in velvet, which is really cool because the velvet on the horns remind me of Hal's little beard. Just a little shed of hair. It's a pretty buck.
Did y'all have a thermocell in there with you? No. Oh, well, then you gave blood tonight.
We did.
You don't have to go to the Red Cross
We
for
were
a while.
sacrificial.
So shoot my deer, he's dead in the field. Meanwhile, Willie's may end up on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
Brushing, watered it, and then there's like a series of little,
it's kind of hard to
Look, I can see it right there.
Now we're walking, we're going to find the deer. Watch the shot back at the lodge, I feel good about it. It wasn't the best shot ever, but I'm certain he's dead. We just gotta go find him, and it is a little swampy and snaky and alligatory and, oh boy. So we followed the blood all the way to a small creek. And I started walking down the creek, and the water was a little deeper than I thought.
So this is my first chance to get out on the year, and I'm just happy to be up in a tree.
First set of the year. We're out here at Franklin. Boys did a good job this summer moving some stands around and putting out the trail cams and doing some scouting.
We had these two bucks that were really at the top of the hit list this year. One was a deer we saw last year that we called Layout. The other is a Monster 8 that we aptly named Ocho.
I'm not gonna be picky on whichever one comes in here in rain. They're both nice mature deer.
I'd be happy with either of these deer, but man, Ocho really looks nice.
No luck that night. We're back out the next morning, back to the swamp to look for that buck.
Good night. South Carolina ain't playing around.
Since our blood trail pretty much ended in a creek, we went a quarter of a mile upstream, and then we just backtracked all the way to where we last saw blood.
Talk to me, Jordan.
I think we just found our deer. I'm hearing Hal and Willie hooping and hollering.
I'll get him.
Oh, we're gonna go get him. I don't mind. We'll go get him. Now, hey, first of all, we're saying that's it. That's what I'm saying. It could be a deer that died. Now, we couldn't see the head of the deer, so if we would have pulled up a doe's head, I would have been crushed because that meant we found another deer.
Putting on his European bathing suit to get out and get him. I don't mind swimming to get him, but Hal looked like he kind of wanted to get in, so.
Hal swimming.
Horns? Ah!
Thank goodness there's a log here, because it's deep.
Well, we got him.
It was quite an adventure getting him, which makes it fun. Just wanted to thank all the guys, Hal, the swimmer. Thank Matt and Ryan. Whew, boy, they put a lot of work into helping us. I think they're still in their pajamas. I saw Matt with a sippy cup as I left, and I told him we'd do all right getting this thing. And big boys are deep in the jungle, in the water. Spiders, cottonmouths.
What a great trip. Thanks so much to Hal. Fantastic. Swam to get my deer. I mean, unbelievable. the fact that we found that deer was incredible. All the guys got a deer, so what do you say? I mean, super hunting trip, good times, good fun.
24 hours of just freaking deer after deer, and then to end it with Willie's getting drug up straight out the swamp.
I stepped off the
Thank
first
you,
time.
Al.
Oh man, you're welcome.
It's been awesome.
Glad having you guys out.
Not quite that.
Definitely think we got in here early enough to beat the 2 bucks we're after.
We're sitting up in the tree for a couple of hours with no activity, but that's kind of what you get into with the early season a little bit. The temperature started cooling off just a little bit as the sun started dipping, and some does started coming out to feed in the pecan orchard. I look up, and here comes Layout.
Straight ahead.
I've got my bow, I'm trying to get set up for a shot, and I look up, here comes Ocho. Ocho comes in, and you can definitely tell that he is the dominant buck in the area. All the other deer's posture and behavior completely changed when he got in the field. He comes in and he is following the script perfectly. Well, right about the time I'm really getting dialed in, I hear a huge crash. We look over, an entire limb has fallen out of a tree. He wanders out and starts to swing back, and I think I might have another opportunity at him. I'm holding it full draw, just praying that he's about to come out and give me a shot opportunity.
You want him?
Fortunately for me, I'm gonna get a second chance here because Layout decides to come right back in almost the exact same spot that I missed Ocho.
I drew back earlier and I let it rip and just shot right over the top of him. Fortunately for us, they didn't blow. Got another arrow knocked, and Layout gave us a chance. And we came through and connected. First day of 2013 in the stand. And we got a buck down. Give me some, dude.
Layout.
This joker.
I don't know what to say. I don't think I've ever in my life killed a deer the first day out hunting of the season.
We get Layout recovered, and I'm really fired up about this hunt. He may not be the biggest deer I've ever killed, but there was a lot that went into this.
God dang, that's awesome. That's awesome. Look at there.
Hey, where's Jamie?
He's right there.
Walker, look at this.
What do you think about that, Walker?
Jamie and Daniel and Matthew did a lot of work on this ranch throughout the summer. I got to get up there a little bit to help them out, but we've hunted out there for a few years and it's been tough. And we knew that our best chance this year to probably kill a good buck was going to be getting out there in the early season. And these guys really did their work to make it happen for me, and I really appreciate that.
Let's do it.